Hi! That was my car switching off. Hi everyone, Adele here from Your Healing Path and Dare to Be Authentic. It's a bright and very, very crisp Friday morning in Sydney, and I'm on my way. I'm just parked around the corner from where I grew up, and I'm on my way to see my oldest client. Now, oldest client as in probably one of the oldest people I've worked on, but also one of the clients that I've been working with for we've gone about 12 to 14 months now of working together. And she's a gorgeous lady, absolutely gorgeous lady. I adore her. And I think she's 78. And, you know, in 12 months, she's become probably one of the most forward-thinking women that I've met of that age group. Seriously. You know, I explain concepts to her, and she processes them and she understands them, and I just think that's fucking amazing. Seriously. And it kind of brought to mind today that so she's one of the oldest people that I've worked on, and one of the youngest people I've ever done energetic work on, I think was about 8 or 9. And, you know, here's what I know about healing. The sooner that you address an issue, the less time it takes to clear it. It sounds really logical, but, you know, I think that quite often that's not fully understood, and which is a shame, really. But I think that what happens is that people kind of go, "Oh, she'll be right," or "No, I'm fine. I've done. I'm okay," and they'll move on, but they won't actually have healed. And what tends to happen is that the next time that kind of situation comes up, it opens up the wound again. Really, it opens it up again. So, you know, similar situations tend to layer on top of one another. So, you know, when I work with people and clear these massive blocks, and some of them are huge. What then happens is, you know, the situations that are similar to that and make you feel or make you experience similar emotions then start coming forward. And it is quite literally like peeling off layers of an onion. I mean, you know, that phrase came about for a reason, obviously. You know, you can blow up an onion. I love blowing up the onion. I do love me a bit of blowing up the onion. It gets amazing results. But depending on how many times your body... Now, here's the distinction that I'd like to sort of make for you, okay? It is not about what you think has been a trauma or an issue or an emotional wound in your life. It's what your body interprets as a trauma or a raw emotional wound. So from the perspective of, yes, I went through that, yep, and I worked on that, what you may not realize is that cluster of emotions, that cluster of reactions in that situation, it becomes like go-to, right? So let's say you go through a situation, you've got 5 key emotions that come to the fore. The next time you go through something similar, and let's say that 3 of those emotions are triggered under a completely different situation, completely different circumstances, but there are 3 common denominators, your body recognizes that. And it takes that and it kind of stores it in the same place where it stored that emotional trauma the first time. And, you know, there is actually physiology involved in this. You know, we are talking about the scientific aspects of fight and flight, what the amygdala stores, first reaction to a situation. And, a lot of what I love is that our bodies instinctively know where we need energetic work done. True story. If you are thinking about something and you're kind of going, I don't know. These points here, they're called emotional stress release points along here. So you'll find that if you're thinking about something and you're going, I don't know, and you're rubbing your forehead and then you start scratching your head and you're stimulating neural pathways. Go figure. I love that. So my point in all of this is, the 8-year-old that I worked on, we got to the issue and the core of the issue within, 15 minutes. Really, 15 minutes. And my gorgeous 78-year-old client, we've been working together for, 13, 14 months. Now, as a disclaimer to that, I have said to her, we're done. And bless her heart, she said, but I want to keep working with you. I just went, okay, all right. And I think that's absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. And to sort of see someone of that age having cleared really so much of the trauma that she had experienced through life, understanding that the ongoing support that she got from our sessions, the ongoing understandings, the mental stimulation as well as the physical stimulation, that she understands that that's an important part of her ongoing healing. And I love that. It's just, to me, that's mind-blowing. That's truly mind-blowing. And wow, what a way to take ownership of your life at that age even. So cool. So, if you sort of just want to touch on one other thing, and that is, going back to that layering idea. This is one of my pet things, right? This is one of my, this is one of these things that I really try and convey to people, is that if you are being triggered, and when I say triggered, I'm talking about, you are having a negative emotional response to something, it means that something inside you is still not quite right around that situation. Now, it could be any number of things that you're being impacted by. It could be, it could be things like, the go-to is anger, that most people would really, really, identify with, but it's never just anger. Okay, anger is the response. Hey, Victoria, anger's the response. It's not the cause. If you want to look at the cause, you'd be looking at things like abandonment. You'd be looking at things like acknowledgement. You'd be looking at things like not feeling worthy. All of these things. And the go-to trigger is anger. In most people, in some people, it's sorrow. In other people, it's another, emotion that makes them feel not so great, but that, what I'd love for you to understand is that emotional release is the symptom. That's not the cause. Is that the right terminology? I think I've got that right. It's the outcome. The emotional release that you have is the outcome. It's not what's actually causing what you're feeling. What's causing what you're feeling is sort of buried further down. So what I want to say to you is that if you experience one emotion more than others, and I'll use anger or sorrow or grief, if you experience those emotions often, and they manifest in your everyday situations, what I can say to you is that I can help you identify where that's come from and help you understand why you react that way. Because it is all about energy. It's all about neural pathways that have been created when you originally went through particular situations. And there is a way around it. There is a way to smooth out those lines so that you don't continue to be triggered under those same circumstances. So if that's something that you want to experience, book a call and we can go through some of this stuff, you know, on a one-to-one, and just kind of go, well, you know, if you experience this, let's see where that came from. If you continually, you know, get riled about something, let's look at where that came from and we can get to the bottom of it. Or we can get halfway to the bottom of it. Or we can identify some of the triggers. Give it a go. So after this, I'm going to edit the post and I'll put the link for the breakthrough call in the post. And book a call. Because if you're experiencing the same emotion over and over and over again, there's a reason for that, and we can clear that. And even as I say that, I go, why wouldn't you want to? Why wouldn't you want to clear it? Book a call. See if it works. Actually, even as I said, see if it works, I know it works. So book a call and let's get it working. So much better. Okay. Have a fabulous day, guys. I am, as I said, off to see my gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous client. And I will catch you guys. Don't forget that I've set up another interactive meet and greet for tomorrow afternoon at 2:00 Sydney time. And I'd love to see as many of you there as can make it, because it's fun. It's fun. I get to talk to you guys one-on-one instead of staring at myself in the screen and imagining that I'm talking to each and every one of you, which I do actually. So if you can make the meet and greet tomorrow, that'll be awesome. If you want to get to the bottom of things that trigger you, book a call. And either way, I'll see you again soon. Mwah. So much love to you all. Have a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous day.